If someone does not want me, it is not the end of the world. But if I do not want me, the world is nothing but endings. Your conscience is the measure of the honesty of your selfishness. Listen to it carefully. Happiness does not come from without, it comes from within. But memory is like plaster. Peel it back, and you just might find a completely different picture. It's better to have a few faithful friends than numerous shallow friendships. Humans are not to be differentiated by caste, color, creed, and gender, instead by their approach, positive or negative. I can chase you, and I can catch you, but there is nothing I can do to make you mine. In order that all men may be taught to speak truth, it is necessary that all likewise should learn to hear it. It doesn't matter what we are. It matters what we do. Looking at beauty in the world is the first step of purifying the mind. To care about your outward appearance is important, but what's more important is to have a beautiful soul. When you are measuring life, you are not living it. It is this belief in a power larger than myself and other than myself which allows me to venture into the unknown and even the unknowable. The truth is never what you want it to be, little fox. If you want to turn your life around, start enjoying the little things in life with a big, big smile. Don't be afraid of the shadows. That only means there's a light nearby. Change is not always growth, but growth is often rooted in change. Dries Doerden. The secret of Buddhism is to remove all ideas, all concepts, in order for the truth to have a chance to penetrate, to reveal itself. I have learnt to abide by the laws of my own sanity. The best way to predict your future is to create it. The words he said, too, must be human enough to bleed. I speak to everyone in the same way, whether he is the garbage man or the president of the university. Scar tissue is stronger than regular tissue. Realize the strength, move on. Be mindful, be grateful, be positive, be true, be kind. It takes no more time to see the good side of life than to see the bad. If the highest aim of a captain were to preserve his ship, he would keep it in port forever. I would rather die of passion than of boredom. I read somewhere how important it is in life not necessarily to be strong, but to feel strong, to measure yourself at least once. If you cannot find peace within yourself, you will never find it anywhere else. If your actions don't live up to your words, you have nothing to say. It's better not to know authors personally, because the real person never corresponds to the image you form of him from reading his books. No one cares how much you know, until they know how much you care. I try to avoid looking forward or backward, and try to keep looking upward. Try your best not to make people sad if you can't make them happy, because some people may be passing through tough time in life. Where there is anger, there is always pain underneath. Life is like a beautiful melody, only the lyrics are messed up. Those who bring sunshine into the lives of others have discovered the secret to genuine happiness and fulfillment. The worst part of success is trying to find someone who is happy for you. I believe in the fundamental truth of all great religions of the world. The command of our language is crucial to focusing our thoughts and communicating them with precision to others. It takes a lot of courage to show your dreams to someone else. The most believable lies are the ones that are at least a little bit true. There's no clarity. There was never meant to be clarity. To write well, express yourself like the common people, but think like a wise man. I'm the one that's got to die when it's time for me to die, so let me live my life the way I want to. When truth is replaced by silence, the silence is a lie. Keep your conscious mind busy with the expectation of the best, and the rest will follow. The truth knocks on the door and you say, "Go away," I'm looking for the truth, and so it goes away. Puzzling. The best discoveries always happen to the people who weren't looking for them. You must be the change you wish to see in the world. Timid men prefer the calm of despotism to the tempestuous sea of liberty. Every life has a destiny. The trick is to discover it before the end of your life. Otherwise, you will have too many regrets. If I'm offended by the truth can't change, but I must change or be living a lie. Peter Ojo. Where the willingness is great, the difficulties cannot be great. We'd met at a carefree time, a moment full of promise, and its place now were the harsh lessons of the real world. Run when you can, walk if you have to, crawl if you must, just never give up. What I want is so simple I almost can't say it. Elementary kindness. People are successful because they think and act like successful people. Representatives of truth. The champions of truth are hardest to find, not when it is dangerous to tell it, but rather when it is boring. I just want to teach people how to be comfortable. Stop being so scared. Do more listening than talking. Talk more about them than about you. An unbreakable mask and cunning are the keys for executing a plan flawlessly. One of the most healing things you can do is recognize where in your life you are your own poison. Nature is pleased with simplicity, and nature is no dummy. The power of empowerment can change the world, one person at a time. You are not just for the right or left, but for what is right over the wrong. You fall because you are human, and rise because you are divine. Stop comparing yourself to other people. Just choose to be happy and live your own life. You are a wonderful creation. You know more than you think you know, just as you know less than you want to know. People have only as much liberty as they have the intelligence to want and the courage to take. There is no fate which cannot be surmounted by scorn. Sometimes you lie to deceive people. Sometimes you lie because you need the lie to become the truth. Because this is the way things are meant to be. And there are really never endings, happy or otherwise. If you reveal your secrets to the wind, you should not blame the wind for revealing them to the trees. Light cannot lose in a race against darkness, even if denied a head start. It's never overreacting to ask for what you want and need. Filter out the irrelevant noise. Focus on the objective. Cunning grows in deceit at seeing itself discovered, and tries to deceive with truth itself. We have to speak the truth always, at any cost, and no matter what. Sometimes you just have to jump out the window and grow wings on the way down. Glory resides in the hearts of those you inspire, not in fleeting moments of fame. You will have 500 million little bells, and I shall have 500 million springs of fresh water. The bounties of space, of infinite outwardness, were three: empty heroics, low comedy, and pointless death. We all have stories we tell ourselves until we believe them to be true. Don't be afraid of criticism. The tallest trees are always confronted by the strongest winds. Single is not a status. It is a word that describes a person who is strong enough to live and enjoy life without depending on others. You need to spend time crawling alone through shadows to truly appreciate what it is to stand in the sun. Don't panic. It's normal to get lost every once in a while. Caught up in a whirlwind, sometimes winds too get lost. It's a big world, but we are small. Every little thing matters a lot. Of course, there is no formula for success, except perhaps an unconditional acceptance of life and what it brings. Life is 10% what you make it and 90% how you take it. You have to teach your heart and mind how to sing together. Then you'll hear the sound of your soul. Taking personal accountability is a beautiful thing because it gives us complete control of our destinies. Never allow a person to tell you no who doesn't have the power to say yes. You will receive everything you need when you stop asking for what you do not need. Motivation is what gets you started. Habit is what keeps you going. Once you had put the pieces back together, even though you may look intact, you were never quite the same as you'd been before the fall. You never know who you're inspiring or uninspiring. People notice more than you think. My world is about stories that entertain, emotions that move, people you'll remember, literature that matters.